Hey guys, what's going on? Today I wanted to give my first impressions on Monarch, the newest Titan in Titanfall 2. This video you're watching right now is my first ever game as Monarch, and I have to say she feels pretty damn powerful, but also not so powerful that she's broken. It's really weird and I imagine very difficult to balance a Titan like this, but I think Respawn did an excellent job and they deserve a lot of credit for what they've done. In my last video talking about Monarch, I thought that maybe Monarch will be the new replacement for Ion, and honestly it looks like that's the direction the game's going. Now obviously it's still very early to make that statement, but right now Monarch actually feels very strong, and with Ion getting nerfed, it looks like Monarch is now shifting into that role as Ion did as the utility Titan for a team. Now, something that surprises me about Monarch is the chain gun damage. Yesterday I said that Monarch's chain gun will likely do less damage than Ion's splitter rifle, but in using them it feels like they're about equal, maybe even the chain gun is stronger. And I feel like that definitely makes Monarch the stronger Titan up until it comes to using a core ability, which obviously Monarch doesn't have a big core ability like the other Titans in the game. And with Ion having laser core, which can melt multiple Titans at the same time, it definitely makes Ion attractive if you like to rely on that core ability. However, if you're not using the core, Monarch is hands down better than Ion. The only thing that Ion really has is a shield. And that's really the essential difference between Monarch and Ion. Monarch really just feels like Ion without a core or a shield. I think Ion is still viable. That Vortex shield is incredibly powerful and useful in pretty much any team comp, so I think she's not completely useless. I think she needs a little more to get her back in rotation, but right now I think she feels good and she's not completely useless. But Monarch really, it kind of fills in roles that we didn't know were needed until Monarch came out, if that makes any sense. But Monarch essentially favors people like myself who like to play passive aggressive with a little bit of utility. We're not get in, get out like Ronin. We're not just sit in the front line like Legion. It's more duck and cover playstyle, if you get what I mean. You go in, you use your energy siphon, boost your shields, fire off a couple rocket salvos, do some damage, and then duck behind cover and rearm. It's a really nice strategy, and you don't take a whole lot of damage while dealing a lot. It's really something that's almost, it seems broken, but it's really not. Monarch isn't perfect, and just like every other Titan in the game, she has weaknesses. She just has the ability to change her weaknesses as she builds up her core, which is something that is completely new and unique to the game. For example, when she first dropped, she's on par with every other Titan. No advantages, no disadvantages. It's, basically first come, first serve. Whoever does more damage wins in that scenario. But once she starts upgrading her core, she starts to get stronger than other Titans. She starts to get a little weaker to others. It really depends on the player's path that they choose to upgrade. For example, if you want to beat Ronin, you essentially have to use arc rounds in order to slow him down and keep him a safe distance away. And you can do that and use energy siphon as you back up, and you can keep your shields up, and essentially Ronin can't do anything. Even if he uses sword block, he still takes the slow from the arc rounds. So it's really a difficult thing to deal with, especially if you're a Ronin player trying to counter a Monarch who uses arc rounds. That's just a situation where you may want to just avoid it a little bit. But there's really not a whole lot of counters. There's the only counter that I can see that is a clear counter is Northstar. Northstar can do massive damage over a very long range, and Monarch has really nothing to counter that. She has no shield, obviously, and all her abilities and her chain gun, they work best in close to mid-range scenarios. So if you got someone like Northstar, even Tone a little bit, who can do a lot of damage from a long range, there's not really a whole lot Monarch can do. She just has to kind of duck behind a wall or something and wait for the wait for the pain to stop, which I think is nice. It definitely promotes a more passive play style for people who like Northstar or Tone. They can really just fill that role and sit in the back and actually, be useful by using those Titans. Whereas a lot of people like to use, the Legion, the Scorch, the Ronin. They just get in there and do a lot of damage. This really helps people who like to play the Tones or the Northstars, who like to sit in the back of the map and still be useful. I think Monarch actually does a good job promoting playing people like Northstar. Not people, Titans like Northstar. Overall, I'd say right now I think Monarch is pretty balanced, and I'm enjoying how she plays. Well, what do you all think? Do you love or hate Monarch? Let me know in the comments below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, leave it a like and subscribe to the channel. I am Motionless Gaming, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.